fast, any ball game. Protect yours. Well, in this case, get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching.
This is return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. It'll be Case Keenum leading him onto the field, making his first start in a Denver Bronco uniform.
At the 2018 draft, when the Broncos number came up at 5, plenty of chatter that they might take a quarterback right there. Remember, Josh Allen was still on the board. Josh Rosen was still on the board. But the Broncos made a commitment to Case Keenum in free agency, and they're living up to it. Did not take a quarterback in that slot. Going to ride with their new number 4, Case Keenum.
They go play action here on first down. Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic. And people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Week 3, tough one for Philip Lindsay, Charles. He was forced from that game against the Ravens after diving onto a pile. But bottom line so far, he is impressed in the early part of his career.
So that is commonly known as a rookie error. And he doesn't need to make those kind of plays because they actually need him. He's a huge part of their offense. Set rookie record, first 2 weeks of the season, over 100 yards total offense each game. And then he's wearing number 30. He wore 23 at Colorado. Obviously wanted 23 in the pros. But Devontae Booker already had that number, a fellow running back. So he asked for number 30 and asked for the blessing for Terrell Davis, who's an NFL Hall of Famer, who wore that number, and TD gave it to him. How about that?
Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Throwing on first down is Keenum. He's got it, the tight end Jeff Heuerman. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? If as a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On first down, Keenum almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, second down. The offensive lineup now, and the guy we highlight, Emmanuel Sanders.
You can use him in any spot as a wide receiver. In the slot, out wide, it doesn't matter. He just makes plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Back to the air on second down. It's Keenum. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. And here is the Cardinal defense.
Spotlight, please, and a little traveling music for Dayon Buchanan, because he came into the league as a safety, a first-round pick of the Arizona Cardinals. Now he might as well just be known as an inside linebacker, even though he's undersized. Has a great ability to slip blockers and make big-time tackles.
He's been a West Coast guy through and through, born in the Bay Area, went to Washington State, now in Arizona. Throwing on third down, Keenum. He's got a man, it's his fullback. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Keenum to throw on second down. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Chandler Jones in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Jones had 4 years in New England, now at his 3rd with the Cardinals.
And he's really gotten acclimated in the desert, hasn't he? 11 sacks in his first season with the team in 2016. 17 last year, which led the NFL. And how about his last 5 years? 58 sacks, the most in the NFL.
On third down, that's Lindsey. Ooh, the juke. And now running right through it. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, and needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Time to see what the Arizona Cardinals can do on offense here with their first possession. If you look back to week 3, their loss to Chicago, the offense really struggled. Now, Josh Rosen came in with a little over 4 minutes to play, Charles, and Coach Steve Wilks said he was just looking to get a spark. What do you make of the QB situation now?
Well, I think that Steve Wilks, the head coach, has a big decision to make because Sam Bradford led them to 2 touchdowns early in the game, and then the offense went stagnant. That's why he was saying he needed a spark. Rosen came in, threw a pick 6. It got called back, so that was a race. And then he threw an actual interception that hurt his team. But I think that you're going to lean towards playing the rookie now. They're 0-3. Time to get him ready to go and start the Josh Rosen era with his brand new head coach, Steve Wilks. Attached it to him, they move forward.
Rosen, by the way, the last of the 5 quarterbacks taken in the first round to make an appearance this year. And let's look now at the offensive starters for the Cardinals.
And how about wide receiver Larry Fitzgerald? Back for his 15th NFL season. This is not a ceremonial appearance. He had 109 catches last season. He will help the new quarterback of the Cardinals become better right away.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2nd down, Bradford. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And a look now at how the Broncos line up defensively.
Chris Harris was named an All-Pro in 2016 for his ability to play in the slot. And as a corner, that's a special skill because now every receiver has what we call a two-way go. They can move inside or outside, and you have to trust your eyes and make sure that they're in the right place. Otherwise, you can get fooled easily in that spot.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Off the play fake, Bradford. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Bradford on 1st down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. The number 2 pick back in 2011, Von Miller still doing his thing.
Boy, is he ever. If I were an offensive tackle, I don't know what I would do. I would tell the tight end he's got to stay in on all passing situations and help me out because he's got every move imaginable. One of the quickest guys off the ball in the league, and he's going to get to the quarterback.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now a handoff, Johnson. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And the pressure gets to Bradford, and down he goes.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Back deep, Adam Jones. This is taken at the 18. Nifty move. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Let's assess what the Denver Broncos have done so far this season as they come back onto the field here, Charles. Got off to the 2-0 start. Last week, though, the offense really wasn't clicking. Baltimore's defense was really good, and the Ravens got the 27-14 win.
Yeah, and that was a big one for Baltimore because that got them back on the beam. For Denver, they can regroup now. Remember, they had won the week before in an exciting game in their division against Oakland when they kicked the field goal at the buzzer. Now they get another divisional game coming up with Kansas City. That'll be at home before they go to the Jets. Dangerous with the new rookie quarterback, Sam Darnold. And then home for the hard-charging Rams. Maybe the best team in football right now.
Certainly that Broncos defense will be tested against Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On second down, Freeman. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Here's Freeman. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's Keenum to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 52 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. McManus's point after is good, and the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They begin the drive with Johnson, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a 2nd down throw for Bradford. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Bradford. Screen play, Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, when we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Here's Jones. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On 3rd down, that's Lindsey. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wins throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. Christian Kirk deep to return it. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is brought in at the 21. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
He's going to air one out, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
Holding offense.
Justin Pugh, the left guard that time with a flag. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Working out of the gun, Bradford. And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. 19 yards to pick up there.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the 1st quarter of play. Plenty of scoring here already. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. Johnson on the counter. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
The Cardinals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. To throw is Bradford. He's got a man. It's Williams. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. 60 yards. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Here's Phil Dawson now for the point after. Dawson tacks on the point after, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now Case Keenum and the offense heading back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Back to throw, Keenum. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Back to the air. Keenum on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Keenum on first down. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in 3rd and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in 3rd and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
On 3rd down, it's Lindsey, and he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Freeman. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
From the red zone now, Keenum. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing is Keenum. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And McManus able to put it through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On 2nd down, Johnson. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down right around the 37th.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. First down, Bradford. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Pass interference. Defense.
A little too aggressive
Automatic
defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Darian Stewart there to bring him down.
What a nice physical tackle by the safety there. And this guy's playing strong safety, which is really a hybrid position. You got to be able to cover back deep, but also you're almost like a linebacker up near the line of scrimmage. They count on him to make big hits in the game.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Bradford, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Bradford to throw it. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
On to try the field goal now, Phil Dawson. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And Dawson's kick is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Keenum throwing on 2nd. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Keenum. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here's Marquette King now. as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. Sam Bradford heading back out as he and his offense get ready to go again. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass, no interceptions for him personally to this point. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
It's complete to Williams. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. The Cardinals on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Bradford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Jones on the return. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now Case Keenum and the offense heading back onto the field. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. Now it's Freeman. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made by Marcus Golden. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Keenum. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, as an offense, you know, some drives you have it, some drives you don't. And this one looks like you don't.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it was 3rd and long. It was screaming for a pass. I think they tried to outguess him there with the running play. They didn't fool him at all.
Went in the wrong direction. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Sam Bradford heading back out as he and his offense get ready to go again. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Bradford now to throw on 1st down. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Throwing, Bradford. Bradley Roby there defensively.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Bradford. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Fitzgerald.